There's a point where spending more money on a mechanical keyboard just doesn't make any sense. And I think this might be the sweet spot. This is the Leobog Hi75C, a budget mechanical keyboard that thocks for just $65. It's so good, I've already built one before. So today I'm going to show you how to build a premium mechanical keyboard for as cheap as possible. Getting everything open, we have a braided USB-C cable and the board itself. The Hi75 comes in a hefty aluminum case in a 75% layout featuring a knob in the top right corner. It feels really solid, which is rare for something at this price point. To take a closer look inside, we need to remove these 6 screws. Unfortunately, I managed to strip these screws completely bare, and well, I guess it's cheap for a reason. Fortunately, I have another board to show you what's inside. The Hi75 uses a gasket mounted design, which are these small pieces of foam you see around the case. Together with a flex cut PCB and a polypropylene plate, this creates a softer, more bouncy feel. Sandwiched in between are multiple layers of foam padding. This gives the keyboard a deeper and more muted sound. The stock configuration is already really good, so we're not going to do any mods inside the case. If you like it though, removing some of the foam could lead to a clackier sound profile. Now with the internals covered, let's take a look at these stabilizers. The stock plate-mounted stabs that come with this board are a little loose, so that might be causing some ticking noise. Despite that, these stabilizers feel pretty good overall, and they're lubed with what appears to be dielectric grease. They have decent tolerances, so there isn't too much wobble. To fix the ticking, just use a pair of scissors to cut out a few thin strips of electrical tape. Any other tape could work, but I feel electrical tape sticks to the board the best. After repeating that a few more times, grab a board and carefully place these strips of tape into the stabilizer slots. This ensures a tight fit between the stabs and the board to reduce ticking. Now we can put the stabs back, and here's a quick before and after. So with the stabilizers out of the way, let's move on to the most important part of the build. The switches. For this build, I went with the Gateron Milky Yellow Pros, costing around $20 for 90 switches on Amazon. They're a linear switch using a 5-pin design with a 50-gram operating force. Oh, and did I mention they're factory lubed? So right out the box, they feel decently smooth, albeit a bit scratchy and higher pitched for my taste. But for what you pay, these are insane. So to fix the little scratchiness and to make them thock even more, I decided to manually lube them. This step is completely optional, but if you want to learn more, I have a dedicated tutorial about lubing switches. Essentially, you just open up the switch and brush all the internal contact points, and repeat. To install the switches, just line up the pins and push down. Oh yeah, and here's a quick before and after of lubed switches. It's not a huge difference, but it's a difference nonetheless, and it was well worth the time spent. Anyway, let's move on to the final piece of the puzzle, the keycaps. These are made by Keycaps, and for around $10 US, these offer great quality without breaking the bank. This set comes in a full 126 keys in the standard cherry profile, and is made from double shot PBT. This means they're thicker and sturdier than other options, and will make your keyboard thock on a budget. The matte finish feels really nice in hand, and the grayscale color scheme fits my case really well. Other than that, they have very clean legends and no visible warping on the plastic. Okay, enough talking. Let's actually put this thing together. Wow, that was fast. Before we move on, let's replace this ugly knob first. That took way longer than expected, but now let's test the keyboard. Oh, and look at that epic RGB. Now that we know all the keys are working, let's see how they sound. That is unreal. And to think that all of this costs a grand total of $95. You really can't get any better than this. All the switches, the keycaps, the aluminum board, they come together so cohesively to create one of the creamiest keyboards I've ever laid eyes on. So, would you get the Leobog Hi75C?